months in Houston. Houston, I have a problem. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And I'm sorry if I sound so upset, but I got lost. I got stuck in some wicked traffic coming home from my sensitivity training class. You know, it's challenging learning the geography and how to get around in a new city. I couldn't have gotten around in this huge city without the calm help and infinite patience of the lady that gives direction on the GPS app. But even she sometimes raises her voice to me. Sometimes out of nowhere, instead of saying, take your next left, it's like, you're making your next left. She raises her voice. I'm doing like, are you mad at me? How do you know? But it happens. I think one of the problems is that it is unnatural to receive driving directions from a woman. I mean, let's face it. Now, does that make me a chauvinist? The official beer of Major League Baseball, the official truck of the Republican Party. I mean, you hear those things, you know, the official this, the official that. Since I moved to Houston, I've been looking for the official Chinese food buffet for Project Eli. Now, Chinese food buffets are an area of great familiarity and strength for me, but I'm getting at least a 1% better every time I indulge. You know, you do something over and over again, you get better at it. I've been able to incorporate some of my weaknesses in this area and turn them into strengths. Example? Well, at least I'd say 50% of my planned exercise for a day is getting up from the table and returning to the food bar to fill a new plate with fresh delicacies. I mean, just to get all the crawfish that I need to consume requires at least 2 separate trips. Think of all the exercise I'm getting when I get them. My perspiration expenditure has greatly been reduced through continuous trial and error. I still have a small towel handy that I keep just in case I get too damp from a challenging excursion in pursuit of those Louisiana mud bugs. Now, I'm a positive thinker, as you all well know. So the sweat of culinary battle, it can be a positive. How? Social distancing is much less of a challenge when I'm all lathered up. Now, even with years of professional experience, I have seen some marked improvements in my performance in this arena. Let me explain. Now, you know how casinos, you know, in Vegas and Atlantic City and every place where they have casinos now, seems like everywhere, they sometimes blacklist people from their venues because someone is a really good gambler, like a really good card counter. You know what I'm saying, bro? They are so good that the casino doesn't want to lose money, right? Not only that, but they also send your picture to the other casinos to warn them about your skills, about how good you are. They work as a network because as a talented card counter, you greatly diminish the odds of making a profit for the casino. So they work as a team. If they allow you to play, they're going to lose money. Now, I'm not a gambler, but you get the idea. Well, everybody has different skills that they're blessed with. And so far, I have only been barred from 2 Chinese food buffets in Houston. Wow. Apparently, they don't communicate as well as the Chicago area Chinese buffets communicate. When I lived there, it would take me almost as long to apply makeup and a wig as it would to devour my favorite victuals. They all had my picture, and I was on the no-fly list. And the weather in Houston. Proof positive that the way you were brought up, also known as your environment, is a key factor in determining your mindset. I mean, Chicago and Boston are cold weather cities. A little snow or temperature below freezing, it's a ho-hum event. Here in Houston, a cold snap is akin to the presence of a pandemic virus. When you watch the news, they have 2 weather people that come on, and they come on back to back. They have, the screen, the map. Okay, now over to, you watch the news, they have the two weather people, they go back to back to explain what a goosebump is. Now, over to Don and his weather map. Don, can you explain to our viewers what wind chills are? Yes, I can, Oscar. And then he goes on and does his weather report, back to back. And is English a foreign language here in Houston? Don't they speak the same language that we speak in Boston? It was a hot day, and I asked the lady if they had a bubbler in the building. A bubbler? I mean, a water fountain. Or when seeking to enhance a confectionery item, I asked if they had any jimmies. Jimmies? You know, the chocolate sprinkles from my ice cream cone. Of course, when you get ice cream, you need a tonic to wash it down. A tonic? A pop, or a soda pop, or a Coke. What's wrong with these people? Don't they speak English? And politics. There's an election coming soon. Candidates are placing TV ads that say they're endorsed by Donald Trump. They have pictures with Trump smiling with his arm around them. To me, that's like a doctor saying to me, come into the office for a checkup because his herpes problem is mostly under control. Well, let's see. Let me check my schedule, Doc. I'll get back to you. And the furniture commercials. They have this one guy that comes on. He's older than dirt. And keep in mind that I'm no puppy myself. That talks so fast that you absolutely cannot understand a word that he says. And this guy's on a zillion times a day. And he's on the radio too. It must cost $1 million to buy a lazy boy at his place to pay for all the advertising that he does. But wait, there's more. New commercial. Different furniture store. A woman this time doing the selling. She talks even faster than the old man. Is there a law in Houston that you must speak faster? You must speak faster than the speed of sound to sell furniture? It would seem that there is. Now, I only know one other person that speaks as fast as these two people. She was the best friend of my girlfriend in college, Wendy Whitner from Long Island. Now, one day back in the day, we were all sitting around enjoying some adult beverages, and I asked her why she spoke so fast. Her response? I had 3 older sisters, and I wanted to get a word in edgewise at the dinner table. You had to speak faster and got completely ignored. Wow! When she said that, we all cracked up laughing because she spoke so fast. More proof that environment determines mindset. Well, I try not to be a complainer, but I must admit that I am in spring training for just such an event in the near future. I didn't move here until the end of September, beginning of October. By that time, the super oppressive Texas heat and the humidity of Houston is near the end of the season. Now, I'm sure that Houstonians take that type of weather in stride. That's the way they were raised. That's their environmental training. Now, I, on the other hand, am in the bullpen waiting to get into the game, and I'm ready to start whining and complaining about how hot and miserable it is outside before it even gets hot. If you see me and hear me during the summer, when I will become Texas toast, please bring me back to reality with the following dialogue. Would you like red or white? Stop whining! Today's lesson, environment determines mindset. And always remember, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.